Hello students, I am Dipali Devi, your geography teacher. Today I am going to discuss about the next part from your third chapter, mineral and power resources. That day we discussed about conservation of minerals. In our last class we discussed conservation of minerals. Today we are going to discuss about power resources. Power of energy plays a vital role in our lives. Power or energy plays a vital role in our lives. We also need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. Power resources are in two types. These are conventional and non-conventional resources. So before going to discuss about that, if you see the textbook, that there is an example. I want to read. The Sunny's mother begins her day by switching on the geyser. She irons Sunny's school uniform before waking him up. She then rushes to the kitchen to prepare a glass of orange juice for him in the blender. Sunny, have you finished taking bath? Come and have your breakfast, calls out mother while preparing breakfast on the gas stove for Sunny. While going to school, Sunny forgets to switch off lights and fans. When mother switches them off, she thinks that life in the cities may be more comfortable, but its dependency on more and more gadgets, all of which consume energy, has led to a wide gap between the demand and supply. With the advent of science and technology, the lifestyles are changing very fast. In that example, it is told that the power resources mainly we are using in our various purposes. Then we used power for our industries, for agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional. And these sources, these power resources we are using in our day-to-day life. But sometimes these are wastage. The use, the overuse of these things, these are going to be wastage. And according to the need, based on the need, based on fulfill our need, and these power resources we are using maximum. Power or energy plays a vital role in our lives. We also need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. What are the conventional resources? The energy which has been in common use for a long time. Examples are firewood and fossil fuels. And these are the most essential types of energies, sources of energy, and which are using for in our day-to-day life, common use. We used these conventional sources, and for example, the firewood is most essential part in our life, and the fossil fuels also, this is most important in our life. The firewood widely used for cooking and heating. 50% of the energy used by villagers comes from firewood. In our day-to-day life, when we are going to cook, the people which are living in villages, they used firewood maximum in every step in their life, mainly for the cooking food and some other purposes also. The firewood used, the remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas are the main sources of conventional energy. The rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation. So these are likely to be exhausted soon. Exhausted means going to be finished. And these conventional sources are the fossil fuels where we get the fossil fuels. That these are the main source, the remains of plants and animals that which are buried under the earth. Then after millions of years, these are converted to the coal, petroleum like that as a result of the maximum heat and pressure into that fossil. The coal, abundantly found fossil fuel used as a domestic fuel. In industries such as iron and steel, steam engines to generate electricity. Electricity from coal is called thermal power. The coal was formed millions of years ago when plant forms and swamps got buried under the and layers of earth. Coal is the coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine. The leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia. These are the things. The coal is very essential conventional resource and we are using in our life, in our day-to-day life. The coal is therefore referred to buried, it is known as the buried sunshine. Buried sunshine means that these are found in the underground. These are the result of the some dead plants and animals. After many years, as a result of the extreme heat and pressure, these are turned into this type of fossil fuel, and these are found underground, and this is known as the buried sunshine. These are found in USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. The coal producing areas of India are Raniganj, Charia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Next one is the petroleum. Petrol keeps our car running, oil keeps our cycle from squeaking. Boats begins as thick black liquid called petroleum. Then you see the textbook. The petrol that keeps your car running as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking. Both begin as a thick black liquid called petroleum. It is found between the layers of rocks and drilled from oil fields located in runoff shore located in offshore and coastal areas. This is then sent to refineries which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastics, and lubricants. Then all these type of, for example, the diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastics, and lubricants all are found from the petroleum. After giving in refineries, part by part, these are we found. Petroleum and its derivatives are called black gold. Petroleums and derivatives are known as black gold. Derivatives means all the which are found from the petroleum, which are very valuable. All these things are having the value, and these are used in our life. Chief petroleum producing countries: Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. Other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, and Algeria. Leading producers in India: Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. After that, natural gas. Natural gas found with petroleum deposits released when crude oil is brought to the surface. Natural gas is found with the petroleum deposits, and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK, and Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna, Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas of shore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Causes for concern. Then cause for concern, then why? Sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels has led to their depletion at an alarming rate. Toxic pollutants are released from burning these fuels. Unchecked burning of fossil fuel is like an unchecked dripping tap which will eventually run dry. This has led to the trapping of various non-conventional sources of energy that are cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. Next, hydropower. Rainwater or river water stored in dams. The falling water flows through pipes inside the dam over turbine blades placed at the bottom of the dam. Then you see the picture also. You see the picture also as the hydropower. The moving blades then turn the generator to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. Water discharged after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation. One-fourth of the world's electricity is produced by hydropower. The leading producers of tidal power in the world: Paraguay, Norway, Brazil, and China. Important tidal power stations in India: Khakranangal, Gandhisagar, Nagarjun Sagar, and Damodar Valley projects. So, the students, this much for today. Then we will discuss the next part in our next class. Thank you.